Morning, YouTube. It's November 8th. I said in a previous video that I did that I would do a little segment on for people out there that do not own a gun to protect their family and don't have the budget for it. So basically, I'm going to demonstrate this Mossberg 702 Plinkster. It's very cheap. At Walmart, you can get them when they're on sale for $100 to $112. You can buy you a $20 scope, just a cheap scope. This is a very accurate gun. I'm not a gun expert, but I know how to protect my family. And what I say is, when it comes to the far left and the deep state, what they're, with this mass shooting in Texas, how fast they start pushing that gun control issue. And it's funny, these total hypocrite far left libertard idiots don't want nobody to have guns, but look at Hillary. She has so many guns around her with Secret Service, and all these senators that have bodyguards, and they have guns in their own home, but they want to take away the guns from the American people, so we're a less resistance. And if they say, well, pass gun laws, well, look at Chicago. Everybody knows has some of the strictest gun laws. It's the murder capital of the United States. If somebody wants to get a gun, they can easily buy a gun off the streets. I'm sorry, but the bad guys, it's the biggest bunch of bullshit, waste of time to sit there, and it's like I said, it's a deep state, new world order. They want to disarm us. But until then, if you are if you're a liberal, far left, like I said in my other video, somebody comes in your house and they harm your family because of your ideology that you're totally against guns, and if something, God forbid, happens to your children, husband, or wife, because you choose that your house is not going to have guns, because that's, I'm a liberal, I'm a libertard. Well, somebody kicks in your door and harms your family, and you happen to survive, you're liable as far as I'm concerned, because you chose your ideology to not have a weapon to protect your family, so they had to suffer the consequences because of you. Like I said, driving down the road at 120 miles an hour and your kids have no seatbelts on, you get in a car wreck, they die. You're responsible. You're responsible to protect your family. And for the people that don't own a gun, I prefer a shotgun. I've got one. I'm not bringing it out today, but it's just for home protection. But if you're on a limited budget, this is a very accurate, very lethal weapon to have. It's better than nothing. Now, the shell, you see, is very small. Sorry, I got a little dye on my fingers compared to this shell. As far as I'm concerned, this shell here is just as lethal as this shell. This is for 30-06. This is a one-kill shot. Many assassins love this gun. I call it the pinball bullet, because when it enters, people have been shot in the chest here, and the bullet was found in the groin area. It goes in, it bounces all around, ripping and tearing up vital organs. So this is very, 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 like I said, it's the Mossberg 702 Plinkster. You can get it at Walmart for $125 tops. A little $20 cheap scope, and a little bit of practice. It's super cold out here. I can barely move my hands, but I'm just going to demonstrate this, and then I'm probably, because of stage fright, I'm going to miss. I look like an idiot, but I don't care. In this video, I'm not expecting gun experts to go ahead and comment on here and say, you don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. I'm just educating people that don't have a gun, that are looking into getting a gun, that do not have the funds. $112 may seem like pocket change to somebody, but it could be a lot of money to others. But you got to protect yourself in the way this world is going. This world's going to shit, and it's going to shit fast. So, you know, little Antifa fuckers not worried about them. But if shit does hit the fan, people are going to be coming in trying to raid your homes for food and this and that. Or just to have protection if somebody does break into your house. It's your responsibility to protect your family. So take your ideology. If you're a freaking left-wing liberal, I don't want no guns in my house. Well, like I said, if something happens to your wife, your husband, your child, your children, it's your fault because you're totally against guns. And the ones that you follow and think are great, these freaking deep state liberals, I'm telling you, they're loaded to the max. They just don't want a resistance. They want to disarm us. Like I said, everybody knows Chicago, murder capital of the United States, and they've got the toughest gun laws. So gun laws are a bunch of bullshit. It's just their way to try to disarm. So I'm just gonna show, and I'm gonna a few targets. Now the target's far away. I mean, it's not far away, but hard to see. But this right here would be center mass where you would be shooting. I'm going to demonstrate that in a second. But I got a couple cans that I'm going to pop off and then fill up the magazine. And basically, if you were ever confronted, somebody come into your house, aim center mass, unload this clip on them. If they, if they have body armor, you go for the headshot. You can go to your local gun ranges and practice. Doesn't take much. These are very, if somebody comes in your house, like I said, this is much more lethal than a book or trying to give them hugs or talk them out of not harming you or your family. So, if I miss, I'm sure you're all going to laugh, but like I said, it's so freaking cold. I just moved here from Florida not even 2 years ago, and I'm in Wisconsin, so I'm freezing my you-know-what off. So, I don't know what angle I should be at. Might not even see the targets get hit. Extremely accurate gun. So, you don't need a $500 freaking scope. And the target that I'm going to shoot at, I walked up to it and it's the height of my chest. So basically, center mass. My hands are not working because they're so freaking cold. Like I said, I'm no gun expert, but I know how to shoot a gun enough to protect my family. This is just to simply demonstrate right there. If you pump that many rounds into somebody's chest, I'm sorry. This shell is just as lethal as what I'm fixing to show you. Now this is another affordable. A lot of people say bad things about it. It's the Remington Model 710 30-06. It retails, you can get one for as low as $295 to $300, maybe $325. This is basically a one-kill shot, not a semi-automatic bolt action, but this is one shot, one kill. I wouldn't recommend this in your house because of the velocity of the bullet. Now, I've yet to sight in the scope this year, so the jug right there with the red dye in it is to simulate either a head or center mass, and this I'm just showing basically what this is. An affordable high-powered rifle. If you were to be protecting your home and somebody was 50 yards away, this is rated for over 500 yards, but anyways, this is my way. like I said, I'm going to have gun experts telling me I'm a complete fool, but, you know, that's your opinion. Comment below. I know some of it will be negative, but this, like I said, if you don't believe in guns, well, this world you're living in, this is not freaking the Brady Bunch. This is a crazy world. You have to protect your family. So, like I said, it's your responsibility as an adult, as a parent, to protect your family. So, like I said, I hadn't sighted in the scope yet. One shot, one kill. Very affordable. Accurate as hell. I haven't even sighted in the scope. I just took whose ever head off, or I just blew their chest right through their back. So, I don't promote violence by no means, but if somebody steps into your household, look up your laws, you know, stand your ground laws, all types of laws. But anyways, don't be that crazy freaking I'm scared of guns, I don't want guns, or I don't believe in guns, or if you're a libertard gun control freak, you're a complete and total moron, because gun laws, they don't work. Because like you said, they're saying the mass shooter in Texas, how did he buy guns? Yeah, he bought guns, he slipped through the cracks, but if he really truly wanted a gun, he could have just went to an auction. He could have met somebody on the street, you know, online, and bought a gun. So you want a gun bad enough, you can get one if you're a felon or whatever. If you're evil enough, you know, the guys that kick in the doors and do these home invasions, 99% of them are convicted felons, and they've got guns. So gun laws are a bunch of bullshit. It's the way for the far left to try to disarm the resistance for when they create their new world order. It's so cold I can't talk. New world order. Protect your family. It's your responsibility. Like I said, something happens to them, and just because of your sissy far left ideology, I don't want guns, so your children have to suffer and be at risk because how you view guns? No. This is a tool to protect your family, to keep them alive. And sometimes all you gotta do is pop a round or two off, and the cowards are gonna run anyways because they're not expecting you to be armed. So anyways, take care, stay safe. I'm off to work. I'm freezing my ass off. I'm gonna put in the title, mass shooting Antifa, something to get somebody to take a look at this. Have a good day, stay safe.